What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Stomp podcast, episode 27. I'm Grayson. That's Kaleb. I pointed the wrong way when I was
You
trying
pointed
to
the wrong way. I'm
Anyways.
Kaleb. That's Grayson.
Yep.
Oh.
Beautiful. Bro, you have another hand. You know that, right? You don't have to go. Yeah.
That's Grayson.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways,
You off with both.
This is the penultimate episode before WrestleMania. Next week we'll have our prediction video for WrestleMania. That being the whole thing. Honestly, that's gonna be like a 2.5 hour episode, most likely, because we have to cover news and then we have to do predictions on a 13. They wanted it to be a 14 match card, so that's gonna be a while. And we have Stand and Deliver to also predict at the same time. It's gonna be a big episode next week. Make sure you attend that, but don't go anywhere because this episode is just as important if we don't cough through all the way through this episode. Anyways, big week. It's SmackDown. We had Raw, and we had a massive Raw.
It's minor.
Well, when your boss drops the F-bomb on live TV, I think it's a big episode.
Yeah, debatable. Debatable.
I'd
say it was like 4 out of 10 big.
Oh yeah, not the biggest
episode. Nothing important happened.
Nothing.
This is totally not complete sarcasm. Before someone in the comments goes off talking about how little I know wrestling,
we get a lot of those comments.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm like, you understand that half the time we're doing these like trivia videos, we're under pressure and we're trying to make sure like, boop, 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 boop. Your brain short circuits when you're under pressure. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, any like news before we get into the week? I think I bookmarked some things.
You might have more than me this week because I didn't get much.
I didn't bookmark much, but
I don't know if I'm not bookmarking as much as I once did, or if there's just been less news.
Well, even Cody Rhodes said on Raw is like these weird 2 weeks between like before Raw, before Mania is just weird. There's not much going on. They're just setting up things. It's weird, and then everything else happened yesterday. So
I have this.
Go
ahead. And thankfully I'm sorry. I can't control myself. I can't control the animal I've become.
All right, Deshaun.
Somebody save me from this nightmare.
It's a good song.
It is a really good song.
Today's Grace, right?
Huh?
That's Today's Grace, right?
I think so.
I don't know. It was on SmackDown versus Raw 2007. That's all I know. Raw for second, whatever it's called.
Oh no, that's an actual real song.
I know. I have it on my
the song was on.
It was on that track.
Okay, got you. It's talking about Roman Reigns.
What about Roman Reigns?
It's not news concerning him. It's a tweet I found interesting and true.
Mm-hmm.
People have been disrespecting Roman.
Good. Go to work. Just go to work.
Like the duck. Roman saved professional wrestling. It was a joke in 2018 and 2019.
Which Roman was a part of that joke.
He wasn't. Yes. And then because WWE didn't have a megastar.
They had now they have LA Knight. He saved wrestling, obviously.
In 2020, he turned heel.
Yes, correct. When he came back.
And just like that, megastar. He's basically carried the last 4 years of wrestling.
I don't agree that he saved wrestling. Because I don't think he's the reason why wrestling is gotten so good over the last few years.
Grayson, what's the greatest story in the last decade?
Cody Rhodes.
What's the greatest storyline?
Cody Rhodes.
What is the greatest storyline?
Cody Rhodes' story comes not even from like the storyline WWE is. It's from outside it. When he made it, like that's why it's the greatest storyline.
From storyline in WWE, what is the greatest story in wrestling?
It's this fucking bloodline. Yeah, fuck off.
Okay. Who has benefited the most from the bloodline?
Jey Uso.
Who else?
Cody Rhodes.
Who else?
I guess Seth Rollins.
Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah,
Drew McIntyre's heel turn is fueled by the bloodline.
Yeah, that was kind of an accident, but yeah.
Is 4 of the biggest stars we have, 4 people with big time Mania matches can be linked directly to the bloodline. Hi, Shiloh. You want to say hi? Hi, Shiloh. No, you don't want to say hi. Is the bloodline is a big part of all this?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? And if Roman doesn't do that, guess what? We don't know what the Cody Rhodes story looks like.
That's right. Yeah,
We don't have what happened last night happen.
We'll talk about last night.
Which I'm not going to dive into it. It's the
about
best thing we have seen since Triple H has taken over, and the best thing we have seen in the 2020s, and that is spiraled off of the fact that Roman Reigns turned heel, came back, and became a megastar.
Okay, and I hear your point, but here's my counterpoint to it. The reason why this storyline had to be so good and got so good because of WWE making it like that. How WWE manufactured it. This is because they had competition.
Yes,
which was made by Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Cody Rhodes is the reason why wrestling has gotten so good the last few years. Even if it was inadvertently his portion, he's the reason why wrestling has gotten so good.
Let me ask you this: Roman Reigns never turns heel. How good of a competition is it?
How good is the competition of AEW?
Yes. What's the competition look like if we take out the bloodline? So we don't have the massive megastar of Jey Uso now, because Jey Uso is pushing megastar status.
Yep.
We don't have Sami Zayn, who was already over with the crowd, be the most over man in wrestling.
Caleb, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying because of the competition Cody Rhodes had created with AEW and all that whole shebang, right?
And I don't think you get what I'm saying.
Is the reason why they turned Roman heel. It's why they manufactured the storylines, why they did all this. Cody Rhodes inadvertently had created the bloodline story. Because they needed to make something so cinematic, so great, because they had to outdo the competition.
And this is the hottest take. Without the bloodline existing, there is no competition.
AEW probably passed it up because they were doing jack shit.
AEW, the first
3 years
was
just
ridiculously good that first year.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The bloodline was the only thing that kept WWE afloat.
And that's what I'm saying.
Take away the bloodline, guess what? We're talking about AEW right here, right now, sitting instead of WWE.
Absolutely. And what I am saying is that AEW had to made WWE make the bloodline story because they had to compete. They had to outdo their competition. WWE is Disney. They can sit in their ass and make money. They don't care. They can just do whatever the fuck they want. But the fact of the matter is when someone walks in new in town that they don't know, they don't like, whatever, and they start doing stuff that blows Disney out of the water. Look at like the animation like Into the Spider-Verse and stuff like that, where it's like starting to like, hey, there's competition here. They start outdoing the competition because they know they can, but they know they also can sit in their ass and wait for the money to roll in. That's what I'm saying.
Now, here's the most impressive thing Roman Reigns has done since his return. He made the Universal title feel important.
That's true. I'll give you that.
like that shit felt like the you're not good enough to be the world champion. Here's the Universal belt.
It's the World Heavyweight Championship.
Now it's the only belt that fucking matters. It feels like.
We'll talk about that.
Seth doesn't feel as important.
There's a reason why Seth doesn't feel important at the moment. It will feel important after Mania.
Mostly.
Over the last
more news.
I got news. I just went through my Twitter.
I have news you want to hear.
Ooh. Let me hear.
I have news about someone who at the Rumble you wanted to return.
AJ. Oh yeah, we're talking about that. I forgot about that. There's AJ Lee news. That's right.
AJ Lee doesn't want a one-off return. She wants a memorable appearance.
Let's go.
But there are no plans at this moment, or has AJ Lee has not been mentioned by WWE.
That's fine. they're waiting for Punk to come back so they can do a mixed tag match between Seth and Punk with Becky and AJ.
Let's get your news.
Randomly, that popped up on Wrestle Ops 3 years ago. About a week ago, Alexa Bliss had pinned Randy Orton with the help of Bray Wyatt.
W's.
And as I said on Twitter, there's just too many jokes to be made here. I can't choose one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to choose one.
I don't want to.
Got you. Legally, make one right now.
No, I'm not going to.
Make one.
I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, we have that to talk about this week.
There was an opinion tweet that came out that I talked about on Twitter, but I want to speak about. If Jon Moxley or Dean Ambrose returned to WWE, do you think he'd have the same amount of like reaction and pop that Punk has had?
If Ambrose,
if Ambrose returned, yeah,
he'd be more pop, I think.
And I agree. I think that because there's a subsection of fans that do not like Punk, like me originally. Ronda Rousey called WWE a shit show.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
And told two WWE executives, probably Hunter and probably Vince, to go fuck themselves. And say so she will never return to WWE. I remember someone else saying that they would never return to WWE.
Do you know what the difference is?
That one was actually good at wrestling.
She can stay out.
She's on ROH for like right now. I think she's doing stuff with ROH.
She can stay out of here.
I don't like I like Rousey, but I don't like Rousey. I think Rousey's first run was actually pretty good, but her second run was like absolute dog shit.
I remember our most viral TikTok. One of our TikToks that randomly popped up was like, shout out Ronda Rousey for knowing ball because it was Mewtwo's birthday.
Yeah.
And she knew it. And she tweeted it. I'm like, it's a W.
Yep. Gunther has passed 650 days of Intercontinental Championship reign.
He'll get to 700.
He's not going to.
Yes, he will.
They're building Rocky, my guy. You know how they said they wanted? How they say
that's Cody? They want Cody to be Rocky.
I don't think Cody's Rocky.
Last night he was Rocky.
No, Rocky didn't have that happen to him.
Rocky got fucked up by Rocky. WWE has posted all the current factions in the company.
Oh yes. Okay,
do you want to go off and try to name all of them?
Regeneration X, I know, was the funny one that they put in there.
Yep.
Judgment Day.
Thank you, R-Truth.
Yeah. Judgment Day. I'm gonna fuck it up. How I say it? Lost Phantasma, something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
LWO is still a faction technically.
Yep.
The Pride. The Final Testament.
Yep.
Is the family?
No, it's all. I think they only.
It's just main roster. Okay.
Just main roster.
There's Damage Control.
Yep.
The Bloodline.
Yep.
Shit. How many are there?
Yeah, as of now, missing 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 factions on Raw and SmackDown. Okay.
And then a finding faction is 3 or more.
Okay. So, so Regeneration X is does that include Candace?
I have no idea.
Okay. Dude, I don't. Alpha Academy.
Yep.
Okay, I remember them.
Do you want me? 2 of them, I'm not surprised you're missing.
Okay, so I'm not.
You're missing a big one though.
I'm missing a big one.
Yes.
Like they have a match, like a Mania type thing.
They have one of the members is at Mania.
Oh my god. Who the fuck am I missing? That's Mania. Oh my god.
Do you want the giveaway hint?
Well, give me a second. Okay. Oh, Imperium, motherfucker.
Yes.
Okay.
My head was the guy's the greatest champ in WWE right now.
He's not, but okay.
Do you want the other 2?
Please.
Do you want a hint?
No, go ahead.
The OC.
I should remember that. I fucking love Michin. I was gonna have a whole section of this video talking about Michin.
And the one we forget you didn't mention, and the one that I think we both forget all the time. Underseer, aka Jinder Mahal, via.
They're never on TV. That's why. They're always in dark shows. And we'll talk about dark shows in a bit because we have to talk about dark shows. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yes. The picture you sent me both nights of the dark shows you went to.
Dude, honestly, I was surprised when so if you don't know, this weekend I'm making a video about it next week anyways. This last weekend I went to 3 WWE shows. I went to SmackDown, I went to a house show by me, and then I went to Raw. And SmackDown had a dark show or a WWE speed match as they're calling it now, I guess, for like the beginning of the show. And I went to the house show. Odyssey Jones showed up. Because man doesn't exist anywhere but house shows. He's actually a good wrestler after I watched him for a little bit. He knows what he's doing. Don't know what the fuck he's doing. But they also introduced him as an NXT superstar, not a Raw superstar. So, yeah. I think they're slowly just trying to get him back into the...
We need to shout someone out.
We shout out.
Becky Lynch.
Ugh.
Congratulations on being an American citizen.
Oh, yeah, valid.
Grayson thought it was bad.
Yeah. I love Becky. We know this. I just want to say that. We know I love Becky, but right now, until Mania is over, I'm anti-Becky.
Another thing, and it's in Becky Lynch's book.
Which just came out today, which we're recording this.
When she squashed Bianca Belair, Bianca was crying. Feeling her momentum was killed, but passed it off as being happy for her. Becky reassured her she'd do right by her. Her goal was to get Bianca her moment back in the Big Red Mania. Do you know whose idea it was for Becky to squash Bianca?
Vince,
and was not going any other way.
There's a certain amount of when it comes to management in WWE, it's been long heralded that there's a lot of pull you can have and push you can have with Vince, but when it comes to something that he's dead set on, it's not going anywhere.
No.
Triple H nowadays, he'll let you have your creative freedom and pull and push like where you need to, where you think you need to go. Like if that was brought up and Becky was like, I don't want to squash Bianca, he'd be like, all right, we're gonna have a full give him 10 minutes. Yeah, at a very minimum, which is why I love Trips, because Trips actually knows how to work with wrestlers.
Nick Aldis is expected. Recently had surgery.
How'd he get hurt?
Have you looked at Nick Aldis?
Probably listening. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Be smart here, man. Be smart.
You want to talk about controversy that happened over the last week? Goldberg, when I interviewed, it said they had some Japanese girl beat my record. Her name was Asuka or something. He said like that. Asuka is literally one of the goats of women's wrestling, and is like 200% the wrestler Goldberg has ever been. Goldberg had 3 moves. He had spear, suplex, and powerbomb.
You're cooking.
Asuka is literally the most decorated woman in all wrestling right now. I think there might be one other wrestler, and that might be Charlotte Flair. So I can think of. But Asuka also has Japanese championships under her belt. She has plenty of WWE championships under her belt. Is probably the greatest NXT women's wrestler of all time.
You don't know who the other I'm making sure that you think there's only one women's Grand Slam?
No, I'm saying more decorated.
Oh.
Like has more championships, more accomplishments.
I was like, did you say Grand Slam? Because I was gonna say Rhea.
No, I'm like, I know that
Bailey.
Yeah, there's plenty of Grand Slams. I know that. I'm saying that Asuka is probably the most decorated woman of all time because she has plenty of Japanese championships, WWE, one of the greatest NXT champions of all time. I think maybe only Shayna Baszler beats her in the women's category of NXT women's wrestler of all time. Because Shayna is on another level in NXT.
Yeah, and she was still really good when it came to the main roster. It just wasn't booked.
Yeah. She's
still really good.
I really do like Shayna nowadays.
And she had a great moment at the house show. I don't know if you saw it.
I was there, my guy.
There's the one you were at.
I was at that one.
She was so ready to get stink faced by Rhea.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
But then Nia, she got up celebrating, looked over and saw it was Nia.
Yeah.
And it was not celebration.
But like Asuka has so much talent that I think Goldberg would be like he would hit the lottery if he had that much talent. Is fucking pinky finger. But Asuka is just immensely more talented. Goldberg, honestly, I know what Bret Hart means. And people brought up the Razor Ramon tweet before he passed away. When Asuka was tweeting about Goldberg and how like she respected Goldberg, and he's like, "You're like 100 times better than Goldberg."
Hey, Razor Ramon keeps it a hundo. I still love his "I'm the bad guy."
Mm-hmm.
But he had some. Why can I not recall what he said? But it was something about there'll always only be one bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
He said something like that. I'm gonna get flamed. I'm gonna get flamed for forgetting it. Fuck what he said.
Man, this is gonna be the TikTok.
I'm not letting myself get flamed.
I'm gonna let you get flamed.
No.
I'm not allowed to happen. Anyways,
hard work pays off, dreams come true, bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
W
quote.
I mean, when you think about it, the heels are the most remembered parts of WWE.
Cena's gonna be remembered for fucking ever.
That's because he's the most extreme babyface in the world. And Rey Mysterio is the only other person I can think of that may survive off of not being a heel. Because
you know who else is going to survive off of not being a heel?
When you think about heels, you think about Hollywood Rock. You think about the Hulk Hogan's, the Roman Reigns, the Seth Rollins when he was a heel. Cody Rhodes.
The Undertaker is going to be remembered as a face.
Was he really a face, or was he just a force of nature?
He was just Taker.
We talked about this. Mount Taker. By the way, we have merch, by the way, for Mount Taker.
Stone Cold, face Stone Cold will always be remembered.
But also, heel Stone Cold was pretty good. That's how he got into the spotlight. Austin 316 it was a heel for a while.
And then when he turned face, he became the face of the franchise.
That's fair. I'm just saying when people are going to think about WWE,
heels are more memorable. But a good face is more legendary.
That's fair. And you know what? I talk about this all the time when I talk about like story, like when you book a story, not book a story, make a story, like movies and stuff like that. A hero is only as good as their villain. Yeah. And you have such a great villain, like you have Hollywood Rock with Stone Cold. You have these great phases. So
yeah. You ready?
Go ahead.
WrestleMania 40. As of now, the belief is Cena, Stone Cold, and Taker will in some way do something at Mania.
I get Cena, but Stone Cold. I can see where Stone Cold.
We'll talk about Stone Cold more in a bit.
I can see where he comes in, but like I'm just curious of why. Like,
do you know where Taker comes in?
When Braun Breaker comes out.
Imagine
they had an interaction before.
We get Breaker versus Taker Mania. I mean, 30-minute Iron Man match.
Taker could not take that. His knees would give out.
His knees, his back, his elbow, his shoulder, his knee, his toes, his left ear.
Five there for a second.
Huh?
You were like his knees. You were like vibe, bro. You were starting to vibe again.
Hey, I'm always vibing deep down.
There's a rumored 6-woman tag for Mania, and it's looking to be true.
What's the tag?
So the rumor, what people are thinking the tag is going to be Bianca, Naomi, and Jade. Versus Damage Control. Without Asuka. No, with Asuka. Sorry, I apologize. With Asuka. No EO. Dakota,
I wouldn't be against
Kari.
that.
Let's go. Honestly, we need more women's matches. I'll take it.
The WWE 2024 Slammy nominees. Do you want to fill out your ballot?
I already filled out my ballot, but we can do it here again. Yeah, go ahead.
Female Superstar of the Year.
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley, Bianca, Bailey, Io, Becky. Yeah.
And Becky is my MVP. I'll go with her.
Male Superstar of the Year. Cody, Roman, Seth, Gunther, Logan.
Personally, I would say Seth, but I know for sure it's Cody.
Best entrance. Cody, Roman, Bianca, Seth, Rhea, Becky, The Rock, Dom.
It's Dom at 39. I know that for sure. I remember that on the ballot. I marked Dom on the for the Mania entrance.
Return of the Year.
Mhm.
I'm deleting one of these nominees. CM Punk, The Rock, Randy Orton, and Naomi.
What's the other return?
Nia Jax.
Oh yeah, no, that's good.
That's why I deleted it.
Return of the Year. I'm gonna have to say Punk.
Yeah!
Because there's no better return on that list.
Faction of the Year. Judgment Day, Alpha Academy, Imperium, Bloodline, or Damage Control.
I'm gonna go Damage Control.
I'm with you on that, actually.
Because I love Judgment Day. We know this. I'm a big Judgment Day fan. And if you go back and watch our awards video, or awards episode, whatever you call it, I say they were shoved down their throat. Damage Control, perfect amount.
Rivalry of the Year. Seth versus Drew, Dom versus Ray, Bianca Belair versus Damage Control, Roman versus Cody, and R-Truth versus the Judgment Day.
What do you think I voted?
I know you voted.
No, what do you think I voted? What do you think?
You voted Bianca versus Damage Control.
No.
Please tell me you voted R-Truth versus Judgment Day.
No.
Roman Cody?
No, we're getting a part 2 to what we're getting out of Mania. That's what's happening.
Of course. Moving on.
Random.
NXT Superstar of the Year. Dragunov versus Carmelo Hayes, Lyra Valkyrie.
You said Valkyria.
Valkyria.
There you go.
Tiffany Stratton and Braun Breaker.
I voted Tiffany.
I'm going to go with Braun.
I think Tiffany had a better year.
Match of the Year, which is missing the match of the year.
The fact that Trick Williams was not on that ballot is disgraceful.
Do you know what's disgraceful?
What?
Is we have matches like Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest, Roman versus Sammy, Gunther versus Chad Gable, Charlotte versus Rhea, and then we have Asuka versus Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam.
You want to hear something wild?
Huh.
That triple threat's better than the one at WrestleMania. I 1,000% think that, and I hate Fastlane.
That wasn't Fastlane.
Sorry, SummerSlam. I forget which one it was. Io versus Asuka versus Charlotte was Fastlane. It was the one after that. I got my days mixed up. Bro's trying to figure a way to try to roast me here, but he's not going to be able to. What did Bro just pick up?
Get over here. I'm mouse scared time.
Bro put a fucking helmet.
I'm a mouse scared at you.
Bro's throwing violence 30 minutes into the episode.
OMG moment of the year. Rey Mysterio punches Dom. Punk returns. Io cashes in. The Rock slaps Cody. Not even the biggest OMG moment they've had this year.
No.
Damage Control turns on Bailey.
Uh-huh.
That's not shocking.
No.
We were calling it for months.
Yeah.
Cody slaps The Rock. Once again, not the most surprised. Well, not the most OMG thing they did.
These awards came out before last episode. I love the lag on his side.
Things, any of those. RIP Duck.
That's all your internet, my guy.
RIP Duck. No, I'm fine.
What do you say? Give me the nominees again, because I forgot like half of them.
Here, I'll give you the ones that are basically you have a shot.
Okay.
Ray punching Dom, Punk returns, or EO cashing in.
It's Punk returns.
Yeah.
No one thought Punk was returning to WWE even after he got fired.
Social Star of the Year. And I'm vetoing this category.
Why? It's Chelsea Green.
No, the person who should be it isn't nominated.
Dijak's not on the main roster.
That doesn't matter to me.
And he swears too much.
Grayson Waller, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Chelsea Green.
You're getting better at that every week.
Hey, practice makes perfect. And Liv Morgan. First off, I don't even see any of Liv's tweets.
Liv Morgan, the reason why she's on there is because even when she was injured, she was going to the Packers events, Barbie, and stuff like that. So that's the reason why she's there.
Well, with who's nominated, it's Drew.
I would go Chelsea Green.
Especially because the other day, Drew posted Roman shitting on shitting on CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
And Drew McIntyre posted a picture of the Bloods and the Crips shaking hands.
Yeah.
And then today, the other day, it was Seth feuding with The Rock, Roman, and myself. And it's just a clip of Bud Simpson playing three people at chess at once. And then it's them saying, checkmate, checkmate, checkmate. Oh, he lost. A breakout superstar of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Jey Uso. It's Tiffy time. Pretty Deadly, Dragon Lee, or L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Go with the same person as every NXT Superstar of the Year. It's Tiffany's round.
It's Jay.
It's Tiffany.
Roman Reigns called Michael Cole a dick rider. I have that clip saved on my phone for memes.
I forgot about that.
He froze again.
Yeah, we love it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
You ready for more?
Yeah.
Because the only thing I have more is SmackDown.
Oh, I'm looking through my tweets. I got more SmackDown. I remember more SmackDown since they.
Well, then you want to take SmackDown?
Since I was there, I can.
For once, I am not handling the breakdowns
Because I actually watched all of WWE this week.
It is a miracle. We're 27 episodes in.
There's a few episodes where I actually did watch it, but you handled it because I didn't remember all of it. First of all, Pfizer Forum had really shitty beer. Just want to say that. They had really shitty beer. Wasn't great. First up, we had Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. It's the first time Rey had a match since his injury, and he finally got his hands on Santos Escobar. Funny thing was that while the match was going on, a man in a mask enters the ringside. Turns out Dominic Mysterio is setting up his second match against Rey for WrestleMania. I'm hoping it's a hair versus mask. Oh my god, hair versus mask match. And maybe Rey to retire because he's a deadbeat and didn't give his time to his son. I was officially announced that Jade can I not speak today? Jade Cargill, god damn, is officially signed to SmackDown. My voice is doing the shit. How do you feel about that?
I'm happy it finally has a place.
I'm happy she has a place, but what does Raw have?
Raw has Cody Rhodes for now.
For now, yeah, exactly.
CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther. Sami Zayn. Drew McIntyre. Becky. Rhea.
But they only have Becky and Rhea on the women's side. They're
They have Nia Jax. They have Liv Morgan.
okay. One of those names is valid. Other one's not.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have thrown Liv Morgan in there. I can't say that with a straight face. I'm sorry. They're Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
I mean, Shane is valid. Zoe's got ruined because of everything.
Because of Nia Jax.
Shut the fuck up.
What? She got ruined because of Nia Jax?
No, she did not.
Zoe Stark?
Well, yeah, that's because but like, it's not the reason why she got ruined. She got ruined because everyone hated that.
I loved Zoe Stark after.
Zoe Stark after Survivor Series was on fire, and then they fucking ruined her. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the wrong thing I was looking for. God damn, my throat. Sorry, I'm probably getting laryngitis from all the screaming I did this weekend. So I love that every time they play the Bray Wyatt commercial for what's coming out on the 1st for his documentary, everyone in the stadium will turn on their flashlights and just start waving it. It's one of the most like a lot of wrestling fans have a lot of divisive opinions. We've seen it throughout Twitter. The one thing we can all agree on is that Bray Wyatt is amazing and that he should be respected even after death.
Yeah. He should be.
I believe next was Io versus was it Bianca? No, Io versus Naomi. And Naomi went out normally, like she normally does. Awesome entrance. I actually really do like her new theme. I think it's great. But then Io's theme music hit. And all Damage Control came out besides Io. Because Io was beating the shit out of Bianca. And then just walked up and did her entrance as normal. Nothing ever happened.
Sounds about right.
I mean, it's valid. We had a few qualifying matches for the WrestleMania 6-man pack ladder challenge, whatever it's called. Austin Theory and Waller faced the OC, where Michin, who is awesome and should definitely get more spotlight than she has because everyone's starting to realize how good she is. Did an arm drag and Austin Theory inside the ring, but eventually led to Waller and Theory getting the dub over OC, which I think is the right choice here. Honestly,
I think it is.
Yeah, I don't think there's many other factors there. Anyways, goddamn. There's another one that was the Street Profits versus the Final Testament or AOP, because that was the tag team one. And as much as Kaleb loves the AOP, I think the right decision was made here by the Street Profits winning this and going on to the final thing, which I don't know why. I think I know the reason why they're not having both these teams just move on into the 6-man tag match.
I love the AOP. We need Street Profits at Mania.
Yeah. But I think the reason why that next week is Waller in Theory versus the Street Profits is because there's one team missing that's not currently signed to WWE that we know of. They're just going to pull WrestleMania, I think, 33 over again.
No, I don't want them to.
It's going to be the Hardy Boys. Why else would they not have these two move on? These two are great. Love freezing. Why wouldn't they have these two just move on then?
I think it is the right move. I think at this point you can't have them both because that would take over their match. What they do in the match is you have to almost directly have them go for each other. Having them be separated adds the element of Cross being pissed the fuck off and leading to what I think will end up being Cross versus Lashley at Mania.
What?
But in a longer match than they had before.
What are you on about?
Huh?
Why wouldn't they have these two teams just move on? Instead of they're facing off on SmackDown next week.
All 3-on-3?
No, I'm saying Waller and Theory versus the Street Profits are facing off next week.
Oh! I thought they both. I thought
No. I'm not talking about AOP.
I thought they both won qualifying matches, so they were both in.
No, they're not both in. We have one more, 2 spots. One they're gonna get. They're facing off for 1 spot.
The reason is, they have to have something planned.
That either that it's gonna be like a DQ and they can't reschedule, and so they have to make both of them go in or whatever. I don't see there's another way, because there's gonna be one team just kind of just sit. There's gonna be 1 spot that's still empty after this, because there was no tag match that was qualifying for last night. I don't think they're gonna do one on next Monday when The Rock is there. Then that's gonna take an hour to do. I don't think there's gonna be another qualifying match. So the fact of the matter is, I think that there's an issue that's gonna be a rise here. There's gonna be 1 spot missing, and I think that's gonna leave the Hardy Boys open because what else? There's no reason they shouldn't have both these teams move on. to WrestleMania. Both these teams are worthy of WrestleMania. I just don't see why they don't have both of them go. Unless they're setting up something like they did last time for Elimination Chamber. It's like here now, all these tag teams go and face each other so we can get the last team going. I don't know.
I think they're planning something.
And I'm just trying to figure out what they're planning. That's what I'm trying to do right here. Is figure out what the fuck is going on.
They're planning something. And it better not be the Hardy Boys.
I think it's the Hardy Boys, my guy.
I don't want it to be. I don't want it to have a repeat of it again.
Well, yeah, but it's gonna happen.
I will. Know what? I'll accept the Hardy Boys if Big E gets to return.
Big E's in commentary.
And is in the ladder match.
He's in commentary.
But then he better be the reason why New Day wins or loses.
Yes, sir. There is some other news that I want to talk about that I totally forgot about. According to Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania last year wasn't supposed to go as long as it did, but according to Rousey, Charlotte threw her big dick on the table and said no.
That's my favorite fucking quote.
The whole quote is they weren't supposed to go for that long. The whole time the referee was telling them to go backstage, and Charlotte threw her big dick on the table and said, no, we're going to do this awesome fucking match. And that's what the women are dealing with. They're not allowed to show how fucking amazing they are because the crowd's going to get tired of these guys. They're going to be tired for the guys' match afterwards. That's bullshit, which is true. They did get tired for the tag match afterwards. But, I mean, Charlotte with the big balls move. I love it. I mean, she's allowed to do it. She's Flair. Anyways,
that's awesome.
I don't think anything else really. Cody and Roman had their face off for the first time since Cody reclaimed his spot to face Roman at Mania from the press conference in February, where they were supposed to both come along. They both lied.
At least they both lied.
Yeah, I mean, do you think Cody was going to roll up with Seth and Jay?
Yeah.
You just think he was that stupid?
To roll up without or with?
Without.
You said with at first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Words don't exist.
Yeah, no. I think it's only fair that he knew something was up.
Yeah. But also, I think Seth had the best fit out of everyone.
Probably.
It's a fire fit. Not gonna lie.
Oh,
yeah, but like, come on, Roman. You said you're a man of your word, and you went back on your word.
Yeah, it just so happens Cody knew better.
Yeah, because Cody's Cody. Cody is. I heard this awesome statement by someone. I don't remember who it was. That Cody's Batman. Like John Cena's Superman, Cody's Batman. And then Seth is Joker. Because sometimes Batman and Joker work together to figure something out for the benefit of everyone.
Yeah. Even though Joker's going to turn on him.
Eventually, yeah.
I stand Mania, it's a turn.
Yeah, it's a Rock turn. It's a Roman turn.
And the Seth turn. I'm the double cross where they just exchange corners will be
It's not going to happen.
Amazing.
It's not going to happen. Seth's not turning at Mania. Seth may turn after Cody's match, but not during the match.
Just imagine. Just randomly in the middle of the match, they both just shuffle corners. Seth's on the other end.
Oh God, no! Please don't.
That would be awesome.
I also found out that John Berthel, who plays the Punisher, is Kurt Angle's nephew-in-law.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Anyways,
nice.
We'll move on to Raw.
Are you ready to move on to Raw?
I mean, are you
ready? Are you ready to go Raw?
Anyways, Raw. Yeah. Raw was so sold out that they had to adjust the stage According to reports, this is the most sold out Raw in 5 years, I think they said. Which makes sense. Chicago is crazy when it comes to wrestling. For whatever reason, we just don't know how to handle ourselves. It was really funny because so typically they'll block out the backside of the stadium, because that's just how the stage is set up. So like the screen's there, and so they don't sell seats there. But since it was so slow that they lowered the screen with that half screen we saw yesterday, and there's people above that who weren't able to see the entrances, but they were able to see everything that's happening on the ring. It was just the weirdest setup in the world, and I was like, all right, maybe we're doing something right here.
Yeah.
While I was there, the amount of CM Punk chants that started was insane. Like literally, I think it was like not even like a quarter of people have on their seats, and there was CM Punk chants that were like, more of my watch was like, this is too loud for everyone.
Yeah.
But Raw started off with Cody Rhodes doing a little promo, talking about how he can't do it alone. He's got to do it with the fans because he's a babyface, so you got to do all that. Anyways, that led to a surprise Rock entrance where he just entered the ring like normally, stood there for like 5 minutes, didn't say a thing until he whispered into Cody's ear, and then left.
Yeah.
No one knows what he said.
Well, so people have been watching footage,
Mm-hmm.
and when I say this, it'll make so much sense. Apparently, he whispered, "I'm gonna make you bleed tonight."
Was he giving you a spot that early on in the show?
Apparently, the whisper was, "I'm gonna make you bleed."
Okay, I mean, makes sense.
And then you look at what happened. It's like, yeah, he did.
This man was word at least. We had then after that, I believe we had a couple of quick tag matches. No, after that, sorry, we had JD versus Ricochet.
It
was pretty good, yeah. In person, it was even better. Dom got kicked out. Dom got kicked out for no reason. He was just getting down the ropes like he was told to get down. It was not his fault. The ref told him to get down. He did what the ref said. Why is he getting ejected for that? I'm just saying, bullshit reason to eject Dom. There's plenty of other reasons to eject Dom. By being too cute, probably. Be the best one. Why else would mommy be in love with him? Anyways. After that, I believe we had the...
it feels so weird not being the one giving the updates.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head because I don't have it out here. Actually, I should have the fucking list in front of me.
It is the weirdest. I'm usually the only one talking at this point, and it's you being like, "Yeah, that was cool." Mm-hmm. Now the roles are reversed, and I'm like, "How does Grayson do this every week?"
Because I have insight to everything. Where's the card? Where's the fucking card? I had it in front of me. God damn it! I got it. Give me a fucking second. I'll find it. So I can remember the fucking card because I have brain injuries. God damn it! See, this is how I am when you look at it. There it is. There it is. Okay. I know. I apologize. Ivy Nile versus
it's just weird.
It might be weird, but that's okay. Ivy Nile versus Candice LeRae happened. Where Candice won because she had a dirty pin, which is bullshit. But okay. I wanted Ivy to win because Ivy's great. I really wish they would give Ivy more of a chance because Ivy has so much potential and she's already she's way better than half the women in that locker room. But for some reason they're shoving her in. I get why they're shoving her with Maxine because she's this big bodyguard for Maxine, but Ivy can do other things here, guys. And it should be a perfect candidate for a mid-card title. There's two people I have in mind for mid-card title right now, and that's Michin and Ivy Nile. From a talent perspective, when it comes to on the mic, Tiffany Stratton would be great. Anyways, we had CM Punk come out in the second hour. He was just talking about how he's gonna go to Mania, how he's gonna be participating, how he's like loves Chicago, like how he normally goes. And then Drew McIntyre came out after CM Punk started talking about Drew, because Drew's been running his mouth about CM Punk for the longest time online. So that happened. CM Punk started. CM Punk said, "My arm may not work, but my mouth still does." April knows what I'm talking about. We're not on Netflix just yet, though. Something along those lines. Awesome fucking awesome line.
Love him. I fucking love him.
But Drew's like PG brother. Or that was later. That was when Seth came out. Whatever. They were cooking on the mic. Actually, you can see me in the background of that interaction. I'm looking up on the fucking screen because I'm a dumbass.
If someone looks weird, it's Grayson.
Yeah, it's definitely me looking up at the fucking screen. I had my phone like this, and I'm like, I should have been looking at fucking Drew McIntyre's beautiful skull. Anyways, they had Drew and Punk had an awesome interaction before Seth came out. Just back and forth. There's an awesome moment where Drew's like, "I'm the chosen one. This is finally my time," and then CM Punk catches him off guard, but like, who chose you? What wonderful deity chose you? It wasn't the people of Chicago. Go say his name. And Drew's just looking at him, just like, what?
Do you know what my favorite line is?
What?
It was his counting arm doesn't even work. 1, 2, 3. I have another arm, but I don't think I can fairly ref you two dipshits. Drew stands up. It's PG, brother.
PG, brother. And like Drew, you're a little. You can't. I don't think we're PG anymore at this point.
No. My favorite tweet that came out of that was fucking someone said, "This is what WWE needs to be, unscripted," because that felt really unscripted.
Oh, it definitely was.
Them just go have fun, but keep it to the story.
Yeah, absolutely. But Seth came out, started talking about how like these two are making decisions about WrestleMania and everything like that, and then like Drew's like, and then he's like, "Well, I want the people of like Chicago to give their opinion," and everyone's like booing at first, and then all of a sudden you start hearing everyone start changing referee, and then as Kaleb said, his arm doesn't work, but he gives a fast count. That's a pretty fast pin count. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, he could have gone 3.
He needs a little bit of a slower count, and it'd be perfect amount of count.
Okay, so hi.
But this is when they officially announced that CM Punk will be the guest commentator or whatever for the World Heavyweight Championship match, which is leading me to believe that when Punk comes back, Drew is immediately going. Punk's immediately going to go after Drew because
he should have been the referee.
He should have been the referee. I would love that. It'd been great. But he said he can't be impartial, so whatever. I mean, I think he's the most partial person there because he doesn't like Drew, he doesn't like Seth, so he's just going to count whatever. I've been a perfect.
Make him let him be biased. He'll add himself to the match, pin him, count to 3, and say he can't wrestle because he's injured.
Exactly.
So, you want your pets or no?
No.
He does not.
Anyways, after that we had a really weird match between Sami Zayn and Bronson Reed, where Bronson Reed somehow came out with the victory after Gunther came out to distract Sami Zayn. Why is Sami losing 2 weeks before his match?
To be the underdog from the underground.
I guess that's fair, but like against Bronson Reed of all people, that's wild to me. I think that's the most wild part is to have Bronson Reed be the person he loses to. If it was anything, honestly, if they had versus Gable, I think it'd be better. Have a nice heel turn for Gable, but no. Whatever. Which, how do you feel about that? Sami Zayn losing 2 weeks out before?
If the whole underdog thing is the storyline, I'm fine with it, and that's what it feels like. Because I feel like next week we're gonna get a segment of Gable saying again he can't do it. You lost to Bronson Reed.
There was this annoying kid behind me. He was like, "We want Gable the whole time." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, dude." I feel like Gable is the Apollo Crews, not Apollo Crews. My God, Apollo of this Rocky story. Because if you don't remember, Rocky won. Sammy lost the first time.
Yeah.
But like Apollo was kind of like the person he had, like Rocky had to get through to face against whomever. Anyways, after that match, we had a Andrade versus Giovanni Vinci. It was supposed to be Ivar, but Ivar was not medically cleared to face in this match. This match was pretty okay. No one really got into it.
What's Andrade gonna do at Mania?
Nothing.
He's gonna get something.
So what I'm coming to the conclusion is that a lot of these signings, it's like Naomi, even Jade because she was out for so long, Naomi and Andrade, all these new signings, they don't have a story going forward. They didn't have a story set up for them. And Naomi's going to be shoved into this damage control story late in because they don't have anything for Bianca because of all these like injuries and stuff like that. So now I don't think that they're going to get stories until after Mania, and that's when they're going to start pushing these bigger stars. And that's fine. Everyone's complaining about these signings, but I'm thinking give them time because the story right now, Triple H wants to tell stories first. And then once they get back after Mania, when they start reconvening and start thinking about other stuff, then they'll get more stories for these newcomers. And then finally, we hit the main event, Jey Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which is a really weird main event to happen. Just because, why Shinsuke there? Could have had someone like, makes sense. Shinsuke's just sitting there. He's like, yeah, I'm here. Anyways, this match was pretty all right. I was super busy trying to buy tickets for half of it, though, for the SmackDown in June. But anyways, Jimmy and Solo came out during the end. I know I'm stumbling through the final part. Jimmy and Solo came out to intervene in the match, which led to Seth and Cody immediately coming out and defending Jey, which is awesome. Because I was starting to think that Jey was kind of being left out of like this 2-party thing with Cody and Seth. So
he froze again.
I've been talking this whole time. I think you're the one who's freezing, my guy. Anyways,
I think you're freezing because your camera's freezing on my screen.
Also could mean that you're lagging because mine's not. Anyways, I'm happy that Jey is not being left out of this trio of friendship, because I thought would really Seth and Cody come to Jay's savior? Turns out he did. They beat the shit out of each other for a while. Jey eventually gets the win against Shinsuke, which is okay, whatever. But afterwards is the real kicker. We had 8 minutes left in the show.
Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to talk about something else I just found news-wise?
We'll talk about news-wise because this is the biggest thing coming out.
Well, I think we can talk about this for like 20 minutes.
Then let's talk about let's finish up Raw then.
Okay. No. Like we can talk about how Raw finished in 20 minutes.
Okay.
This is going to be like 20, 30 seconds, but you want to hear it.
Go ahead.
Rhea Ripley's on this week's episode of Impulsive.
Yep.
And her high school nickname was Nutcracker.
Makes sense. Because
she walked around kicking people in the nuts.
Yeah, she talks about how she hated high school a lot, so it makes sense.
And she also is very open. She talks about how what her most painful tattoo was, and they had to censor where it was.
It's probably looking at that, yeah.
So it's somewhere that they couldn't just post it on Twitter, which says a lot.
That's fair. Which I was kind of concerned when they announced that Rhea's gonna be on Impulsive this week, because when you think about Rhea's fans and the Impulsive fan base, they don't match. Rhea's fan base is full of like thirsty lesbians. I'm gonna be honest. That's half the fan base, and people who really like women. And then Impulsive is full of guys who kind of are just jackasses, and that's fine. You can be a jackass. I'm a jackass. I like it, Balls. Balls is great. I only listen when there's wrestlers on, but they're great.
But they could mix so perfectly.
It could mix excellently.
Just think all the asshole dudes simping for Rhea, all the lesbians simping for Rhea, and they meet head to head. The war we will get.
Honestly, if this is how you make Rhea have a bigger fan base, I'm happy for it. I really wish that Dom was part of this impulsive though. I think it would have been better. Because Logan and Dom have a great chemistry together. They're bros. They're the most hated people in WWE. Why would they be?
Logan, we should fix that. Logan should be loved.
I mean, I love him as a wrestler. He's a shitty person. He's a great wrestler.
Love Logan. Oh, well, let's talk about the climax of Raw.
The most cinematic thing ever, by the way.
This might genuinely be the greatest thing I've seen on TV in the last year.
Not even like just WWE, just TV. Like, what else?
The only thing I can think I have seen is being that is the Curb Stomp podcast shorts on TikTok and YouTube.
Nice plug. Excellent plug. We're not on TV though. I mean, we can put ourselves on TV.
That's the only thing I have seen that is better.
Anyways, so Cody's being the shit out, I believe, still Jimmy at this point, outside of the ring. They're in the concourse. They're doing whatever. And they're just he's being the shit out of him. And all of a sudden, a big bald man, rolls up on Cody and starts beating the ever living shit out of him.
Oh my god!
He threw him into a table. There was multiple trash cans. Those trash cans were empty for some reason, even after a really long show. Those trash cans should have been full of garbage. And all of a sudden, they go outside, which is, for some reason, the rain made it even better.
Oh my god!
And this wasn't rain that you just kind of like. They were filming before, like a night beforehand.
Was it actually raining there?
It was pouring. It was pouring.
I didn't know if they pre-recorded that.
No, that was.
Or if that was genuinely like it was that.
That was live. That was live because when I left, I was on the highway going home, and I couldn't see the lines on the road because of how much of a downpour it was.
Jesus.
So that was a fake rain. So somehow, whatever DD or universe you believe in was like, this Raw, it has to be the most cinematic thing in the world. Rock is being the shit out of Cody the whole time. Speaking about Mama Rhodes and everything like that. I thought he was about to kill Cody and do one of those moments from like 2005 Raw where he tosses him over the fucking thing and he just falls down. Like I think Big Show did that, right?
They did it at Money in the Bank.
That's true.
They did it at Money in the Bank. Yeah, someone else did too with Ray. It was like Elias or someone.
But yeah, it's like one of those moments where like you're like, that's some dumb shit type of fucking.
Did they just kill him?
Yeah, I thought that's what was gonna happen.
And then the next Friday he runs out and Rose even won to death. Whoa! Here comes Cody Rhodes.
Cody's getting ripped off. Rock throw him into the fucking tour bus. I felt so bad because he kept throwing him into Pharaoh, which had to be purposeful. But they kept throwing him into Pharaoh because apparently Rock hates that dog.
I wonder what would happen if Pharaoh and Rock met.
I think Pharaoh would kill Rock.
Is Pharaoh an aggressive dog?
If he saw Cody, he'd beat the shit out, probably.
Like, is Pharaoh going to be a mania?
Cody starts bleeding out of the top of his head, which is wild. Like, that's an immense amount of blood for a lot. We've seen blood in WWE in over the last year and a half ish but it's mostly been on pay-per-view. It's been on like it was at Backlash that was Brock getting busted open. There's been blood. It's not like they've shied away from it, but on free TV, it's been wild to see blood. It's almost the only time you ever see blood is they actually cracked open.
Yeah,
but that was definitely a blade spot. Obviously, I don't think Rock would actually crack Cody open.
Maybe. It was cinema. Cinema.
Rock fucking smearing the blood on the Mama Rhodes belt that he had made, which was wild that he had a weight belt made for Mama Rhodes. I think that's crazy.
Mama Rhodes.
But the biggest thing about this is that there's an FCC violation coming after Rock.
Why?
Do you know what the FCC is?
No.
So FCC is what kind of just it's like the dominion over TV and like what can be shown on TV and everything like that. Rock dropped an F-bomb. And FCC don't like that unless it's like well played out there, like an MA type thing. What the fuck? What are you showing me?
Think of why we've been sending gifts to each other.
Oh, okay. Anyways, Rock drops an F-bomb. The whole crowd goes wild. Like literally, you can hear it in the recording, and just leaves Cody to bleed out. No Seth came out. No Drew come to saving Cody because Drew's a heel, but like he's a heel that like believes in like equality, I guess. If I just call it that. No one came out to save Cody because no one wanted to fuck with Rock, and you don't fuck with the final boss, apparently. Some of the most cinematic pieces of like.
Here's my question following that segment: who's the bigger threat, Cody, Roman, or The Rock?
Rock's the final boss, my guy.
Because I walked out of that saying we all were thinking The Rock was just going to be,
Support. Yeah.
Support. I walked out of that thinking, how the fuck are they going to deal with The Rock?
That's the thing. And the shot, like, so The Rock has been coming out when he comes out his entrance. It's been very much like he comes out in the shadows, like all lights are off, and then the lightning hits. Bro walked out, lights are all on. He walked out, stopped, and then everything turned off. It's like, bro is fucking Thanos. We've been thinking that Roman is Thanos this whole time. He had the snap on SmackDown too, to get Jay and to get Jimmy and Solo to come out. But Rock is dangerous. I think Roman's Ultron, my guy, or Loki. He was just doing the bidding for Thanos until Thanos got there. What I think this is leading to is that Cody might dethrone Roman at Mania, which whatever. But this is leading probably to SummerSlam.
You know what? I don't want to say I don't want that until I see what The Rock looks like in the ring.
If it looks like what he did last night, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit at all. If he looks like he did last night, if that can translate to the ring, 50% of that. I want that at fucking Mania because that's a match of the year.
Mm-hmm.
If that's The Rock we can have, dude, he will beat all the allegations. He'll beat all the allegations of he's retired, he can't wrestle anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He'll beat all those. But then this is where we were talking about Red Stone Cold and hi Silo. About time you stop by and say hi. Well, we were talking about Red Stone Cold and Cena fit in.
Mm-hmm.
And Undertaker. I don't know if this is where Undertaker.
Is this the portal scene from Endgame? People have been drawing like WrestleMania 39 was Infinity War, and people are saying this is Endgame. Is this the portals? Is that with the portal scene from?
It could be. Imagine for Cody's on the ground, surrounded by Roman and Rock, and you hear the glass shatter.
Let's kind
of. No. You hear the glass shatter, followed by da.
And then all you hear is the bell start tolling, and you're like, oh fuck shit, man.
And then Roman's still somehow standing tall over Stone Cold. And Cena and Cody like, yeah, we own you bitches. Gong. And they just run out of the ring.
Absolutely. I do.
Get the fuck out of here! It's time to take your go! Go! Ah!
It's not even like just like the Undertaker comes out. Teddy Long comes out, and you're like, yo, go toe.
Teddy Long comes out. You know what, players? I don't appreciate how y'all are treating this company. You both are going one-on-one with the Undertaker. Taker walks out. Teddy, I'm too old for this shit.
But remember how we were talking about a few months ago, like during the Rumble or around that time, where we're saying that The Rock wants to come out and face Roman, but it has to be like this once in a lifetime thing. They have to do something brand new that we've never seen before, right? And we're thinking Rock versus Roman. They're going to do something with that, right? I think this might have been the original game plan.
What if it's a triple threat?
It's not going to be a triple threat. We know this.
At SummerSlam.
At SummerSlam, fine by me. But like, Rock said he wanted to do something that no one's ever seen before, and I think we're seeing it now.
And you know what? He did something we've never seen before.
Say fucking live TV, yeah.
I was more afraid to beat the fuck out of the main star right before the biggest match of his life.
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen that.
I'm trying to think of like a movie where you've seen like the main, like your main character literally be hacked to death. I'm thinking this is like I'm thinking like Winter Soldier, like where Cap's in the helicarrier and he's literally like being to a pulp, or Iron Man where he's just during the Infinity War where he's just left alone. And it's getting kind of crazy. They're like literally we talked about the Bloodline last year being cinema.
I'm not ready for the Bloodline story to be over.
From January to like August was like cinema, right? This is actual cinema. You can't script it any better.
I'm not ready for this story to be over. Because no matter what they do to follow this, it's like trying to follow up Taker and Shawn Michaels at Mania.
They did do that with Taker and Shawn Michaels at Mania.
Yes. It doesn't matter what you do afterwards.
I don't think there's a Bloodline story afterwards. After Rock is done.
I think the only way you can follow this up is quite literally CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Is literally CM Punk's the only chance of being able to follow this storyline up.
Yeah. I mean, CM Punk even on Raw last night said eventually Roman and him are going to meet on his rise up and Roman's fall down. CM Punk is going to meet him at some point. When's that going to happen? Probably next year. But because CM Punk has a bunch of opponents to face. He's got to face Drew. He's got to face Cody. He's got to face Seth. He's got plenty of people to face on his way up. Why he's got to face you? I thought you liked him.
Because why the fuck not?
Fair. Dude, like that last 10 minutes of Raw was insane.
You're a lucky bastard.
I am. Like, this is why you live in Chicago. You go to Chicago and they always show out. Whether it's SmackDown, whether it's Raw. Like every time I go to Milwaukee to go to a Raw or SmackDown, I enjoy myself, but it's never like it when I'm in Chicago. When I'm in Chicago, something insane happens. I mean, last time we were in Chicago, CM Punk came out at Survivor Series. I wasn't there because of other things that happened. Before that, there's been plenty of other times that shit's gone down. Chicago is the greatest place to watch wrestling. I'm not even kidding you. There's plenty of markets that are like, we're the best place for wrestling. Like, people will say London, people will say Puerto Rico, people will say New York or Los Angeles, or Philadelphia even. Chicago is on another level. I love Chicago. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna push my Chicago agenda, but like I don't think there's much debate here. They show out for Chicago. And people were like shitting on this card beforehand. I'm like, if you forget, we talk about stories here at WWE. I do have one thing to ask you for past the Raw segment.
Mm-hmm.
Someone posted, and honestly, someone posted a video also. Do you all agree that Seth Rollins is modern day Mr. WrestleMania?
No.
Modern day. Not talking about
No.
like, who do you think is Mr. WrestleMania then?
Mr. WrestleMania?
Mm-hmm.
Modern day.
Modern day.
You won't like my answer.
Person say Gunther.
No. Right type of wrestler, though. Drew McIntyre.
The fuck you on about?
I think, name one bad match Drew's had in the last 4 Manias.
I don't fucking know. But Seth has been the last... Oh, he missed one. Sorry, I apologize. So the last 10 Manias, he's missed 1 Mania. And he's had 9 matches. None of them are bad. All of them are storytelling, great storytelling,
But
or
no main events.
great man. Shawn Michaels halftime didn't main event.
Half the time, but he still had his main events.
Drew main event against fucking Big Show.
Well, technically, it was supposed to be. It was Brock. It's a main event. It's a main event.
Still, they're like, you may have a main event, but doesn't mean you're Mr. WrestleMania. Mr.
Brock,
WrestleMania.
Big Show, Gunther. This year he has Seth. This last 2 years ago he had. Who did he face 2 years ago?
This was WrestleMania 38. He wasn't on the card, I don't think.
Well, he was definitely on the card.
I don't think he was on WrestleMania 38 card.
Yeah, I have it pulled up. At 38, he faced Baron Corbin. Yep, I remember that match. I remember that match now. He faced Corbin. It was just when he returned.
Seth Rollins has faced he was with the Shield in a tag match against Randy Orton, Sheamus, and the Big Show. He was also the Shield the next time with versus Kane in the New Outlaws with Billy Gunn and Road Dogg. Again, legends. He faced John Cena at third. Never mind. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Do you want me to tell you who Drew McIntyre faced?
31, he faced Randy Orton. He got lost, but he had the heist of the century.
Mm-hmm.
He faced Triple H in 33. He defeated Finn Balor and The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship at 34. He beat Brock Lesnar at 35. He faced Kevin Owens at 36. I apologize. 37, he faced Cesaro to build up Cesaro. He faced Cody Rhodes on his comeback at 38. He faced Logan Paul in a banger, which also was Logan Paul's basically initiation into the locker room. And now he's facing The Rock and Roman Reigns at night one main event. And he's facing Drew McIntyre, which is going to be a banger anyways. We know this. I'm tempted to agree. The only other person that could... There's no other I mean, you could say Roman, but Roman's had duds at WrestleMania. Roman's had bad matches at WrestleMania.
Do you know who I'm taking?
Iguodala.
The guy who, at Mania 35, faced Roman Reigns. Mania 36, Brock Lesnar and Big Show. 37, Bobby Lashley for the WWE title. Oh, wait, back-to-back WWE title matches at Mania. Then he faced Baron Corbin.
So is Seth.
And then the greatest match, the best match of the year last year.
No, because Rhea and Charlotte were there.
Nope. Give me the IC Triple Threat.
No.
And then this year is facing Seth.
You know what? How about this? We'll settle this little debate here at night 2, WrestleMania. Whoever wins. Seth
what if I tell you there's another name I want to throw out there, though?
What other name do you want to throw out there?
I want to throw out a man who has missed one Mania since WrestleMania 32.
Seth Rollins? He hasn't missed a Mania since 33.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens is a great choice, but what has Kevin Owens done that doesn't...
Kevin Owens was in the iconic ladder match at WrestleMania 32.
Okay.
With Zack Ryder won.
Woo, woo.
Woo. Woo, hoo, hoo. You know it, bro. He faced Chris Jericho for the U.S. title at 33.
We don't want to talk about that.
It should have been for the main event for the Universal title.
It should have been, but they're stupid.
He faced Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon in Daniel Bryan's return to wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He faced Seth Rollins, beat Seth Rollins.
Yes.
At Mania 37, he beat Sami Zayn.
That needs to happen again with the World Heavyweight Championship next year.
He lost to a returning Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm.
He beat the Usos last year.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
this
think it's
year's
more Sami
basically-
Zayn.
Huh?
I think it's more Sami Zayn.
Yeah, he's had 3 different matches with Sami Zayn. Four of his WrestleMania matches were with Sami Zayn.
No, I'm saying
And
Sami
then this
Zayn
year-
beat the Usos basically single-handedly, but okay.
And then this year, the triple threat for the U.S. title.
It's a great choice. I still think Seth might be it.
I don't think it's Seth.
I think it's Seth, my guy.
I don't think it's Seth. I think Seth's an argument.
I think Heist's injury immediately puts him over.
I think without a main event, it's hard to put him in there.
Well, he's got a main event this year, so fuck off.
Yeah, this year, but has it happened
All
yet?
right. Well, what iconic?
I don't want him to main event this year. The women should main event.
Valid. What WrestleMania moment do Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre have over Seth Rollins?
Do you know what WrestleMania main event, WrestleMania moment Drew has over him? None.
You're like, he won the championship, yeah, in front of no fans. If it was in front of the fans, maybe it would have been the greatest moment in all of WrestleMania.
It would have been. It honestly probably would have been.
It'd been one of the great moments, but no
Because
fans.
from being the chosen one to being a bum to the world champion, and one of the biggest stars would have been amazing.
It's gonna be like how Cody Rhodes won this championship this year, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's this gonna be what Cody Rhodes did.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know a moment though? KO has over Seth.
Mm-hmm.
Facing a Hall of Famer and main eventing against a Hall of Famer.
Facing 2 Hall of Famers and winning the championship beats that.
Do you know what? He beat the Usos, and that ended up being the Usos downfall.
He beat Brock Lesnar twice and Roman Reigns in WrestleMania.
But Seth can't beat Kevin at Mania.
They faced one time, haven't faced again.
1-0!
Triple H loves both of them, but his favorite ROH kid is Seth Rollins. I need you to recognize that.
Who's the second ever Universal Champion?
Who's the first ever NXT champion?
Who's the most iconic NXT champion? Who beat John Cena
Finn Balor?
while holding the NXT title? Tell me who.
Well, Finn Balor is the most iconic NXT champion.
Yeah, I know. I realized what I said. Who beat John Cena with the NXT title?
Your mom.
No, Kevin Owens.
Oh, she's pretty great though.
Who did Triple H choose to side with? Kevin Owens? What's that, Owens?
When
the Universal title was on the line.
No, I mean, Seth has the Universal title on his hands too.
Who has faced Roman Reigns 3 times at Royal Rumble?
We're talking about WrestleMania, my guy.
Kevin Owens is better.
Home PLE. Kevin
I
Owens.
want it known. I do not. I do not actually think Kevin Owens is better than Seth Rollins.
Kevin Owens may be Mr. Royal Rumble, but Seth Rollins is the modern day Mr. WrestleMania.
You know the Monday Mr. WrestleMania is? Am I ending the episode on this?
We're not ending the episode just yet.
Jinder Mahal.
I do want to bring up an argument about the actual Mr. WrestleMania.
The
I
what?
don't think Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania.
Who is?
Undertaker.
No. The Undertaker is WrestleMania.
He's not even Mr. He's just he's just the show.
There is no Mania without Taker.
That's fair. I mean, it's not as decorated or great. Man, this week was wild. Don't you think? Bro has got son. Is there anything else you need to bring up?
I'm checking right now.
What the fuck is that? I want that. I gotta go to a White Sox game this year, that apparently.
Anything else?
Where do you think Liv Morgan should have a place at WrestleMania?
If they find something that fits for her, yeah.
She's been facing Nia.
Not that.
Honestly, give her
Oh,
if it's
we also didn't. We forgot something on Monday Night Raw.
Oh my god, I forgot something that happened yesterday.
Yes.
What happened yesterday?
Becky Lynch almost KO'd Dom.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Honestly, so people are really pissed about Rhea's line about Ro. How she wants to send Becky live to Ro to send the couch. I don't see it as that bad. Everyone's like, you shouldn't be talking about a kid like that. Like she got really pissed about it. I'm like, honestly, I don't see it as a bad thing. She just doesn't. She doesn't want Ro to become like Dom, where she's angry about her mom leaving her behind.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, also, Triple H already won an award for the year.
Yeah, Booker of the Year.
Yeah, he got Booker of the Year for 2024 now.
Well, yeah, because he booked fucking Dwayne the Rock Johnson to beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes in the fucking rain.
Yeah.
He made it rain, bro. He controlled the weather. Tony, I honestly, I don't think there's any way. I don't think Triple H could fumble those first 3 months or 4 months of the year, and that went to lose Book of the Year to Tony Khan. Unless Tony Khan brought something wild, I don't think he's losing it, bro.
Oh, can we also talk about Dustin Rhodes?
What did Justin do?
You didn't know? You don't know what Dustin did?
No, I didn't know.
And this could have been an old video, for all I know.
Probably was.
But someone posted it. Someone's like, Dustin's message to Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and it's him walking up to the camera. Fuck you! And the video ends.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. Anything else?
Not that I can see on Twitter.
Not that you can see on Twitter. Not that you can see on Twitter. I don't know, man. Did you see the really cute Tiffany Stratton TikTok that she did with Ludwig?
Oh, that one.
Yes. It was very cute. I thought it was adorable. Should have been me though.
You can't hold up.
No, probably not. Not that means she's any big. I'm just weak as fuck. What the fuck?
What?
She was talking about her Rio was talking about her piercings and balls though too, and they bleeped it out.
Man, I might watch that.
I watch every one of Logan's wrestling interviews. I think they're great. And there's also been another argument online about something. Is the Renaissance era the best era?
It's not over yet, so no.
Does it need to be over for it to be the best
era?
Yes.
I need to see how it ends.
Well, there's never going to be like a set moment. And I think the Renaissance era started when Cody came back, but like...
I think the era is going to be Cody's return to if he wins the title this year.
You think it's only going to be a short 4 years? Not even 4 years. It's like 2 years?
2.
3 years?
2-3 years. Yeah, I'll say this. When the Bloodline story ends, it's Bloodline start to finish the Renaissance era to me.
Okay, I can see that.
The Bloodline, because I think...
So you think it's Roman returning at Payback until whenever?
I think the Bloodline actually being built.
Which is when Roman returns.
Which is post Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell 2022?
2020.
Are you thinking the Jey Uso? When you face Jey
Yes.
Uso? Okay.
When they actually became the Bloodline, I think that is when we can identify the start of the Bloodline.
You think that's when you can identify the start of...
Because he was the head of the table, he wasn't the head of the Bloodline yet.
Okay. All right. I can see that. I see it. I get you. Anyways, I think that's going to be all for this episode of the Curb Stomp podcast. Remember to subscribe. There's links below for my channel, his channel, our TikTok, the Spotify if you want to listen to us without watching us, which you also can watch us on Spotify. It's weird. It's a little weird thing they have with Spotify. Anyways, there's merch down below if you want to check that out. I always forget to talk about that because we do have merch. We have had merch for a while. I believe only currently it's Mount Taker and then the normal curb stomp stuff. But anyways, it's down below. Check that out.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. That's all. So we're almost to 200.
We might be there by the time this comes out.
We might, depends on how it goes. But anyways, until next episode when we talk about WrestleMania 40, we predict every single match on the card and Stand Delivered's card.
We have 20 matches to predict.
We might have more than that because depending how long Stand Delivered is. But until then, we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Peace. Peace.